Okay, hi everyone. Welcome back to our channel, to the All Things Bruce and Rose channel.
My name is Rose.
I'm Bruce.
And yeah, welcome back.
We're going to talk to you today about moving to Kenya.
Why we moved to Kenya.
Why we moved to Kenya about 4 years ago, and we came here, we came back and forth from the US to Kenya, but most of the time we've lived in Kenya for 4 years.
So I'm originally from Kenya.
And I'm originally from the US. Could you tell?
I couldn't tell, babe. But anyway, I lived in the US for like 20 years before we moved back. What?
I thought it was like 10 years, okay.
Really?
Yeah. So
no, we were married.
You're older than I think. What? How old are you?
This man needs to get serious.
No, there's two things that she will not tell me. No, she's one thing now. I got one thing out of her. I got her age out of her.
Wow.
Now there's one thing she still hasn't told me.
That's a big, hey, when you married me,
her weight. She never tells me her weight.
Never ask a woman her weight.
Sidetrack. Okay, moving to Kenya. So God told me to move to Kenya, and He didn't tell me to move alone. He told me to move with my wife, actually. Then what happened when I told you about it, honey?
Well, I thought he had gone mad, you know.
Yeah,
before
she
we
looked
moved,
at me like,
okay,
are you sure what you're saying?
Backtrack. So we've been doing ministry in Kenya
off
for
and on
years.
for,
well, just visiting and supporting the ministry here.
Yeah.
And we had been coming while my dad was the overseer of the ministry. And so when, sadly, in 2017, my dad went home to be with Jesus, Bruce didn't come for the funeral. So when he came a year later, he felt like a father figure was missing. And at that point, the Lord spoke to him and asked him to come and be a father figure here.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And so then like I said, I talked to my wife, and she had this terrible, scary look on her face, like
that was
it didn't
really
come
hard.
over really well. So
that was hard. I thought he'd gone mad, mostly because we support the ministry and our income was all in the US. My initial thought was, how are we gonna support the ministry really, and how are we gonna live our lives and pay all our bills while living in Kenya?
Because we've been supporting the ministry for many years before that, and how is our income gonna still provide income for this place while we're over here and not working in the US? Well, we've been able to manage doing some things over here.
Well,
and so we've been able to have some income there.
You know, the important thing here, I think, is just talking about obeying the Lord despite not having all our ducks in a row, if you will. I don't know, is that the right term?
Yeah.
But just not having everything, you know, not knowing how things were gonna work, and knowing that we had been called to come to Kenya and just being obedient.
And it took Rose about, what, a couple of weeks to kind of get used to the idea, and then God spoke to you, right?
Yeah, but also just before he even spoke to me, I knew that I was going to go with my husband because I didn't want to be separated. And I knew that he was acting in obedience to the Lord, because it's not like when he came to Kenya, he just like absolutely loved it. It was still a huge adjustment for him, and I wanted to be in God's will along with my husband. So I was gonna come anyway. And then the Lord spoke to me, and you know, we just prayed about it, and when the Lord confirmed it in my heart, we both had peace about it, and we decided to sell our house.
Yeah, so we sold our house.
Huge adjustment, by the way.
Okay, you want to go into that? Okay.
No, not really.
We made a decision to sell our house. We'll just leave it at that, and not rent it out, but yeah, that was a huge adjustment. So now we're homeless and basically moving into someone else's home, which is
tough.
Really tough. Very tough. But that's what we did.
So and we ended up living, you know, in just one bedroom in, you know, someone's home. We put all our stuff in storage, and that was another hard thing, because I guess you get such an attachment to things, and it's like, oh my goodness, what do I sell? What do I keep? We gave away a lot of stuff, but there was still those things we really held dear to us. I can't believe we've survived 4 years without them. What?
I wasn't so attached. She was more attached than I was.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So praise the Lord, we did it. Here we
Yeah.
are.
We live with 60 people, almost, and our lives are very different. And we'll be sharing how our lives have changed since moving to the from the
Yeah,
US.
we'll have some more videos.
Yeah, but I think the key thing here, we just wanted to share why we moved from the US to Kenya, and it was really just acting in obedience to the Lord and just coming on to support the ministry over here. And
One thing I think is very important, these people that are watching our videos out there, guys, I think you really want to see, and that is a little bit of affection.
Oh, wow.
Between me and my
Wow.
wife. So let's give you that right away.
No one asked for that, and we weren't talking
Maybe
about
it was for me.
Trust Bruce
Oh,
to do
by the way,
that.
that brings up a point. Whenever you're making a big decision like this, moving somewhere, whatever, you got to be in conjunction with your wife, of course.
Of course.
I mean, if you're in disagreement about that, that's pretty bad.
Like
and
it-
ask the Lord what He'd have you to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even if the Lord speaks to you, like even though the Lord spoke to Bruce, it's not, he shouldn't push his agenda on me, okay? It's the Lord's agenda,
Yeah.
but don't try to like force it on me.
You want God to speak to both of you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so once the Lord spoke to both of us, it was so easy to just like up and go.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching our videos, guys. Thanks for supporting us. You've been great. However many you are out there. But
If you're new here, please consider subscribing and push that notification button.
all those buttons.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
God bless you. Bye.